Hey, this is Bond Diesel with another episode of Intel Insights. This time we will be going over the week 2 of the original games Intel. This one again bounces between multiple people to kind of give you a varied outlook from various people on what was going on and who it was happening to and things like that. So we'll listen to all of them. I've got a few notes. We'll talk about it and then we will go from there. Enjoy.
Can't take your call, but you know what to do.
Hey, Kim. This is Alvaro. I just wanted to call now with, everything that's going on here. And, well, basically, I just wanted to let you know that that I love you. I always have. Since we were kids. And, well, I hope that you're well somewhere. And that if things turn out okay, I just hope you're okay, Kim. Bye.
Hello, caller. You're on the air? Yes, I'd like to take a moment to let everyone know that what we're experiencing now, this is not the end of the world or anything like that. The world existed long before us and will exist long after us. What we're seeing here is, in fact, our just reward. We've mistreated the planet. We've mistreated society. We've mistreated ourselves. There's nothing unfair about this at all. But hopefully, this time, it's just a warning. And hopefully, future generations will learn from our mistakes. That's all I have to say. God bless us all.
Go for Rachel. Your message won't leave itself.
Hey, Rach. I'm just calling to see if you're okay. We left it on pretty bad terms, but I do want to make sure you're all right. They say this thing's going to get worse before it gets better, and... Look, I don't know if I have the right to tell you what to do, but keep off the needle, okay? If you need an ear, let me know. I'll be there if you need me.
Welcome to Pricer House Customer Service. Due to recent events, our stores in the greater New York area will be closed until further notice. We apologize for any inconvenience and hope to continue providing quality food and service as soon as possible. Thank you.
And we've got Cindy with us now, live on the phone from New York. Cindy, what can you tell us about the current situation?
Yes, Stephen, it's a chaotic scene here at the Lincoln Tunnel as citizens try to push through the JTF checkpoint before it closes indefinitely. There's still no official word on how long this lockdown will be in effect or what relief Sarah will provide to those who are left behind, many without power or heat. Emotions are running high, to say the least.
And what's going to happen to the people who don't make it through the checkpoint? Have you been told anything?
The JTF hasn't issued a statement, but honestly, it doesn't look great. Many of these people have packed their belongings into their cars, but those cars are backed up on Dyer Avenue. Hey, watch it!
Dad?
All routes in and out of Manhattan will remain closed until quarantine is lifted.
Hey, buddy. What's wrong?
I think they're trying to break in.
Open up! Police! Don't open. Call 911.
They're not picking up. Dad, you've got to come home.
I'm trying, buddy. But the goddamn bridge.
They're breaking down the door.
Al, did you get the gun from my desk?
What?
Go get the gun!
Dad!
Tell me some good news. Yeah, I'm looking at a big red brick apartment complex over by the East River. Looks easy to defend. No armor to speak of, and there's still people around. Rich folk. Shouldn't cause us any problems and probably got a lot of food and shit stashed. I say we set up here.
You and your boys shake the place up. Cause some trouble and see who fights back. Things are as good as you say. I'll talk to Lorraine, see what she thinks about moving in. Understand?
Oh yeah, I feel that.
Then get on it.
Dad?
Clara, what is it?
I just shot a guy, Dad. He stopped moving, and I think he's dead.
Where are you? Are you okay?
No.
Are you hurt? Did he hurt you?
He was in the store, Dad. I had my gun, like you said, and he was in the pharmacy on 4th, and he was shouting at me, and he pushed me, and he...
Are you okay? Did anyone see you? Come home, Clara. Just get home now.
Okay. I'm okay. I got the flu pills, Dad. I got the throat spray, too. I'm coming home.
I found the mother lode.
What?
8 sacks of Kenyan AA green dry. Can't be more than a couple of months old. Coffee beans. Are you insane? I know, right? I got a gas-fired air roaster, too. Come on, I know you like French roasts. How the fuck did you... No, never mind. I'll be right over. Hey, it worked. We've got 3 pigeons trapped in that box thing on the roof.
Great. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Then I'll talk you through plucking and gutting.
I'm not doing that.
If you want to meet dinner, you are. Come on, it's the least I can do after you force me to learn friggin' CSS. You need to get some rubber gloves and your least shitty kitchen knife. Oh, and some scissors for the wings.
If I puke, it's on you. Like literally.
Dude, they're here right now. Sarah's setting up an A station right on the corner. I told you, man. Didn't I tell you? They're behind the virus. They're behind the National Guard coming in. Soon they'll be trying to vaccinate us. It's all about control, man. The one-world government, they tried it after 9/11 with the flu vaccine. That didn't work, so now they've engineered another false flag attack on the heart of the free world.
9/11? You were 8 years old. Will you ever shut up about this conspiracy shit?
Hello? Hello? How does it look?
It's a box full of bees. How the hell should I know? Ugh, Jesus, there's bees on me.
Good, good. They're still active. The honeybees work all winter if they have food. Do they look well?
They look like bees. The city is going to hell, Dad. Why am I doing this?
I do it myself, but they've shut down the buses. Hey, look, honey, the winter won't last forever, and we have to be ready for spring. You look after the hive, and soon we'll have honey again. It'll be fun.
God has a plan for us.
Well, sure, but it's 5 in the morning.
It's later than you think, Gary. Don't you see? The signs are all around.
What are you... You're saying this is a...
God is knocking on your door right now. Are you gonna answer?
What? I mean, Luis, is that you out there? Why is your face covered? Are you sick?
It's a test, David. Open the door.
No, I can't. I mean...
Don't you want to know if you've been chosen?
You still have it. You haven't pawned it.
Yeah, it's right where you left it.
Good. Ammunition?
Still in the box.
Okay. And load it up and put it in your pocket. You want to be able to draw fast.
Dad, I'm not going to shoot anyone.
I know, honey. But just in case, just please do what I say and get over here. Okay?
So that's week 2. Some of the notes I made on this one was how this is when you start hearing that people are in pretty hard panic mode. During week 1, you could tell that people were starting to be a little concerned. They were packing up. They were trying to leave. Some people hadn't really gotten it yet. And things had, were progressing, but were still pretty chill. Now you hear about the reporter that's at Lincoln Tunnel talking about citizens trying to push through the tunnel before they permanently close it and put the whole Manhattan Island on the quarantine. This talk obviously comes up in the other intel where they're talking about getting off the island through tunnels and stuff like that, and that the JTF and all the other factions are basically trying to make a profit off of it. And the cleaners are trying to prevent people from being able to leave so that they can clean the disease, as they like to say. You hear the Rikers talking about the neighborhood in the southeast of the map, which if you actually look at it on like Google Maps or something, it's actually really cool. It's a big giant apartment complex down southeast of Madison Square Garden and stuff like that, and it looks disturbingly a lot like what we got in the game. They did an excellent job, and you can tell that was a perfect place for the Rikers to take over. And they've got sight lines, they've got giant brick buildings. As they said in the intel, there was no army presence at that time. You hear about a citizen that's talking to, I believe, her father, and talking about how she just murdered someone with a gun. And then at the very, very end, you realize it was just to get some medications and some basics. So at this point, the citizens who are still stuck on the island are already getting extremely desperate. one thing that people don't think too much about is that even in your daily life, no matter where you live, if you ever look around and think about what if there was no power and no food for 14 days, it would be crazier than you probably would think at first. I'm not like a prepper or conspiracy theorist, anything like that. I'm a very level-headed, logical person that doesn't overthink things for the most part. But we, as a society, we're so used to certain things. If those things get taken from us, people revert to previous behaviors very quickly. And I think this week 2 set of intel is a good example of that. One of my favorite parts of this intel is the guy talking about coffee. At least I initially thought he was talking about marijuana. And then coffee, what are you going to do with that? He's talking about how good of a roast it is. And it's like a Kenyan dry roast or something. And I really enjoy that one. Then you hear the civilians are already starting to trap like pigeons for food, which again goes back to my whole point that if everything that you're used to disappears for just 14 days, power, water, electric, things change very quickly for you. And if you haven't read the book for the Division, New York Collapse, it's a survival guide first, and you can read it as just a survival guide. It's also a notebook or diary from this April Kelleher, who through the book writes in different colored ink that represents different days and times in this event, and you see her go through the same thing, and in the survival guide it talks about the same thing. It's really interesting. I highly suggest checking it out. I'll try to remember to put a link to it on Amazon down at the bottom in the description. You've got a conspiracy theorist, which really cracks me up because this is a situation which, understandably, with vaccinations and stuff like that, people have conspiracy theories about those things for whatever reason. And I really like how at the end of his big long rant, the other guy's like, you were a baby when 9/11 happened. What do you know about 9/11? So I kind of enjoyed the comic relief at the end of that one. And then the second to last one is one of my favorites. It's I assume, I can't really tell if the lady is standing outside of the guy's apartment with her face covered because she's just lost her mind, or if it's because she's part of, she's a rioter or something like that. They don't really clarify, but it seems that conversation is going down a not so great path. So this week 2 one, obviously, I don't think it has any really big implications in the story. The Directive 51, Survivor Diary, especially National Guard. There's a few more down there. The nurse one is really interesting. Obviously the Keener one will probably be one of my favorite ones to do, because I really think I listened to those again for the first time since the game came out, and after the West Side Pier intel, and all the things you learn about Keener through the game, I actually look at him differently. I don't want to say that I sympathize with him or anything, but I definitely see him in a different light after we've gone through this whole arc of the game and now look back to why he initially did what he did. So those are all going to be really interesting. I can't wait to do them. One last thing I'll talk about here is on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a charity event. Please come check me out, everyone else. It's for the Starlight charity. Basically, they help sick kids distract themselves from what's going on, especially kids with cancer and really, really serious diseases. And then the other thing I have is that on Thursday, a couple days after this is going to get released, we'll have the 2-year anniversary stream, State of the Game, whatever they're going to call it. I assume we are all kind of hoping it's a little different than last year. Last year was interesting. Maybe not exactly what they planned or meant to give us for an anniversary stream, but I've got faith that the guys will figure this one out, and I suspect hopefully we get some big info drops, but at the very least, if we don't, they'll at least give us maybe a little tease or something like that. Some people think we're going to get sequel news. I don't expect that at all. I think at most we'll get a year 3 teaser, maybe a roadmap, but we shall see. So if you liked what you saw, if you liked what you heard, please drop subscribe, drop a like for me. Make sure to comment talk to me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, check me out on Twitch. I do stream 3, 4, 5 days a week, depending on how busy I am. And for now, that's all I have. Until next time, this was Bond Diesel.